Hi, I'm Krissy Turner, reporting to you live from the Havenscope studio about the Titanic ship sinking. There are a lot of details about the tragedy that were not discovered until recently. First, the tragedy was actually caused by a cold water mirage, which is whenever cold weather collides with warm air and it causes the light passing between the boundary of the two to be bent so that it would darken or distort how an object appears. That night, there was kind of like a haziness, so it would be kind of like the effect in a desert. So it basically what happened was that haziness of the cold water mirage kind of darkened the rest of the iceberg so that the guards watching that night didn't really see how big the iceberg was, but whenever they did, they only had 30 seconds to send a message and then turn the ship around. Obviously, it wasn't fast enough. So, to find out more about this Titanic ship sinking, I'm going to pass it over to Joel.
So here are some interesting facts about the Titanic that you probably didn't know. J. Bruce Eastmay, who was the director of White Line at the time, was expected to go down with the ship, but did not because he felt guilty for sinking the ship. And in addition, it wasn't White Line that called the ship unsinkable. It was the press that did so in their story.
Thanks, Joel. Now I'm going to be heading out into the field to ask some students some questions about the Titanic. What do you know about the Titanic sinking?
The Titanic sinking, I remember back in April 15th, I can't remember the year, 1912, I think. They were set sail for, I think it was New York City, I believe.
Yes.
And they hit some icebergs, and it didn't take very long for that ship to sink, about 2 hours or so, I think. That's all that I can remember.
Are you aware that China's building Titanic too?
I heard that somebody was building one, but I didn't know who it was. I didn't know if it was China or who it was.
It's a company in China that's building it.
Oh, okay.
Did you know that the Titanic movie was as long as it was because they wanted it to be as long as it took for the ship to sink?
I was not ever aware of that. That's interesting.
Did you know that the director of Starline snuck onto one of the lifeboats instead of going down with the ship?
Was not aware of that either. Good questions.
Alright, that's pretty much it.